Thanks for tuning in to Red Belt Radio. The following episode is scheduled for one fall. I'm Jason, and this show is dedicated to World Wonder Ring Stardom. Today I'm covering the injury announcements and major absences of high-profile names in Stardom, including 5-star GP winner Momo Watanabe, former white belt champion Starlight Kid, and an even more recent, surprising announcement that FWC, Hazuki and Koguma will be out of the entire Goddess of Stardom Tag League. The booking decisions surrounding Stardom Crimson Nightmare have been made even more clear with these announcements, and in my opinion, the status of Hazuki and Koguma within this company could not be more ominous at this point. We'll be going over some of the details regarding each announcement and what contextual clues these injuries provide. We'll also talk about what could be happening for each wrestler if and when they return. As always, we wish any Stardom wrestlers who are hurt good health and an effortless recovery. If you find these transmissions valuable, please give this a like, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment to let me know what you think. First, let's tackle the news pertaining to Momo Watanabe, this year's 5-star Grand Prix winner and the most recent challenge to face Saya Kamitani. These two fought in an intense double title match, the main event of Stardom Crimson Nightmare on November 3rd, where Kamitani claimed her 7th Red Belt title defense and her first official defense of the New Japan Women's Strong Belt. Backstage, Momo Watanabe revealed major pieces of information regarding her health and her need to take time away from Stardom. The following is translated and paraphrased from a November 4th Tokyo Sports article, which you can find in the description below. During the backstage interview, Watanabe revealed that she had injured her knee and hinted at her hiatus. At a press conference, Stardom President Taro Okada read a message on Watanabe's behalf. She said, "I will be taking some time off to treat my knee. To all the idiots who were looking forward to seeing me, I'm not sorry. But this is necessary time for me to become even stronger." She also added, "One more thing, whether it was the 5-star or the title match yesterday, I decided to take them on, and the result was simply the outcome of me giving it my all. I won't make excuses for the injury, but I'm taking this time off to think about my future. See you later, idiots." We don't have much in the way of specific information on Momo's injury, but just for reference, Ami Sourei was out for 1 year and 1 month to treat and recover from 2 knee injuries starting in July of 2024, and Fukigen Death was out for roughly 3 months to recover from a knee injury starting in August of 2024. Who knows how long Momo has been wrestling through this injury? And because Momo has recently gone through a grueling tournament and a number of longer, more punishing matches, the absolute earliest I would expect to see her return is for All-Star Grand Queendom 2026. But her absence might extend all the way to next year's 5-star or even later than that if things are really serious. The news of this injury gives us all the context we really need for what happened leading up to and during Stardom Crimson Nightmare. Many of us viewing questioned the low intensity of the build-up, the lack of story beats, the placement of this match on a smaller card, and the nearly guaranteed title loss yet again for Momo. But it turns out Momo was already destined for a hiatus, and generating anything more than what we ultimately got would not have been able to go anywhere. After a standout white belt title reign consisting of 6 successful title defenses, Starlight Kid was overtaken by the vicious tactics of Konami at Stardom Crimson Nightmare. The lead up to this title fight involved multiple instances of Konami softening up SLK's left arm at house shows, and with Kid's arm having already been visibly taped up for some time, in addition to her injury troubles from earlier this year, a part of me suspected going into this match that Stardom would be blurring the lines between story and real-life injury, in which case a hiatus for Starlight Kid would be on the table. That has all proven to be true, with the following information also translated from Tokyo Sports. Meanwhile, Starlight Kid, who lost her Wonder of Stardom title to Konami at the previous day's Ota Award event, suffered an injury to her left arm during the match and has been confirmed to be on a temporary hiatus. Her return date is currently undecided. The wording of this statement gives me a hunch that Starlight Kid will be making a return earlier than Momo Watanabe will. So perhaps Kid will be back in time to either compete in the Cinderella tournament or to visit America in April if that is on Stardom's agenda. Needless to say, the fact that at least a good chunk of Starlight Kid's white belt schedule has been navigated while she's been injured makes her 2025 efforts all the more impressive. And to move things along, we have perhaps the strangest announcement of them all from Stardom's news page. This announcement is also linked in the description below. It was previously announced that the tag team of Hazuki and Koguma would be participating in the 15th Goddesses of Stardom Tag League starting tomorrow, November 7th at Korakuen Hall. However, due to unforeseen circumstances, both Hazuki and Koguma will be absent from all official Tag League matches from November 7th at Korakuen Hall through the November 28th Kyoto event. This announcement for me produced some major red flags. There was no mention of injury or illness here, and that wouldn't have made much sense anyway because 2 wrestlers are being removed and not 1. Furthermore, the FWC team of Hazuki and Koguma have been confirmed for a match in the Diana promotion on November 15th, midway through the Tag League. So FWC can't get into a faction for most of the year, but they can wrestle in Mexico and for other promotions. Hazuki can carry 2 belts from other promotions, but when it comes to wrestling in Stardom tournaments like the 5-star or the Tag League, it's just not happening. Say what you will, but I believe FWC are as good as gone when it comes to the Stardom promotion. They will wrestle out the remainder of their contracts, often not appearing in Stardom shows, and then they will be out the door whenever those contracts are up. Maybe that's January, maybe that's March or April. This overall topic deserves its own transmission or something like that. But there are a lot of reasons to believe that Hazuki in particular is in terrible standing with the larger Stardom roster and possibly with the higher-ups as well. As far as I can tell, Koguma is merely choosing to side with Hazuki to the bitter end, and a bitter end is what FWC might be reaching. The signs continue to pile on, and for me, the Tag League was the last possible lifeline that this team had. Seeing the initial team announcements, I was actually surprised that FWC had made it in, which means I'm not surprised that they've, for reasons undisclosed, been taken out. Let's close things out by summarizing what I think might happen with each wrestler upon their return. Momo Watanabe might be back in time for All-Star Grand Queendom next year, or she might be back in time to try and follow up her GP win in 2026. Either way, I think Momo will be getting another shot at the red belt no matter who's wearing it. And I've been anticipating a Momo Watanabe face turn for the longest time, so I'm just going to leave that part alone right now. Starlight Kid will probably be back before Momo Watanabe, so maybe she'll participate in the Cinderella tournament or attend a possible Stardom visit to America next April. In 2026, SLK is also probably going to work her way into the red belt title picture. FWC will continue this strange process of avoiding the rest of the Stardom roster. They will travel and they will fight against wrestlers from other promotions, but once their contracts expire, whenever that is, I'm expecting them to leave Stardom. Which piece of Stardom news do you find the most surprising? Whose absence do you think will be the biggest hit to Stardom's momentum? And how would you book these wrestlers once they step back into the ring? And to see our recent predictions of the main event and co-main event of Stardom Crimson Nightmare, check out my Crimson Nightmare preview stream with Meerkat Ultra. Link in the description. If you found this transmission valuable, please give this a like, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment to let me know what you think. Thanks for listening to Red Belt Radio.